Well, good morning everybody. My name is Hammersley. I come from Benari. Been a keen supporter of the Green Triangle, and I'd also like to extend a really warm welcome to you all today. Great to see so many of you. Great to see so many familiar faces from the various networking events I've been to, but also actually great to see some new faces as well. So I hope we can persuade you to come into the family and join the Green Triangle. When I look back over the last year, it's amazing just how much has actually happened, how many of these events we've been to, how many engagements have taken place, people that have come to work with the Green Triangle. And I think it really is appropriate that we just reflect for a moment on what has been achieved, and yes, celebrate some of those successes, because there really have been some tremendous successes. What I thought I would start with, though, is just remind ourselves why it is that the Green Triangle was actually set up and what our objectives are. And hopefully for those of you who have come for the first time, that will also be helpful to understand a little bit more about us. The idea actually, and all credit has to go back to Julian Daly and Maria Cutler at St Albans District Council, who sort of recognised that on their patch they had these three organisations: Rothamsted Research, BRE, the Building Research Establishment, and the University of Hertfordshire. World-class organisations, but with a sort of common theme around sort of green and sustainability. And major contributors to the local business environment. 100 million at least per annum in research spend, 1,500 key jobs in that research community. But actually working in isolation. And I think sort of the idea, as Julian put so well, was, well, if we all came together, just think of the impact that we could have. And actually it then extended beyond those three initial partners, because we also have Oaklands College, another excellent organisation in our patch, delivering all of those skills to support that whole green agenda. So coming together, it was thought we should form this alliance, this collaboration called the Green Triangle. And we had 6 simple key objectives: to drive innovation, to attract globally investments into the region, obviously to develop that skills base, to stimulate the whole enterprise process around green technologies, and to provide the infrastructure for all of this to happen. And finally, just to show that this part of the world around St Albans and the neighbouring areas really is a great place to set up your business or to move your business and to come and work and to live. And I think those really sum up the whole emphasis of what the Green Triangle is about. At the end of the day, it's about making a difference, it's about creating enterprise and business opportunity, but significantly, it's about doing it around this whole agenda of green and sustainable. So if we look at the 3 original partners, BRE, the Building Research Establishment, which I'm a director of, we're a world-renowned organisation on the built environment. We're working in some 74 countries around the world. And our mission is to champion excellence in the built environment, to build a better world together, create a more sustainable built environment. And we've done that through research, which has created new knowledge and led to things like our BREEAM standards, which have become the defining standard for creating sustainable development. Rothamsted Research, you've heard all about from Chris, another world-leading authority in its area. And the University of Hertfordshire is wonderfully filling in all the gaps for us here, in that it has a fantastic reputation of working with industry, driving business and enterprise, but also with a strong theme of sustainability and green technologies as well, covering a lot of those areas that we're not picking up at BRE or at Rothamsted, but also driving a lot of those high-level business skills as well to support the business and enterprise. And then when you bring into the equation also now the Oaklands College and all of the skills training that they're doing, and the fantastic schemes they're working there for apprentices. I mean, just at BRE, we've had this fantastic So just in May 2015, we launched an event at BRE, 150 people turned up. And since then, we've spent a lot of time engaging with businesses, with individuals in the community. Actually, as much as anything else, making sure that we have got this initiative right. You know, listening, getting feedback, are our objectives correct? Is this a good idea? Is this relevant to business? And I'm pleased to say that actually the feedback has been very positive. We have listened, we've refined our objectives, we've hardened up some of them, and individual partners have certainly used it as a way of refining their offering that they're providing to the business community. We have a database now of some 300 organisations we've engaged with. Our membership is now standing at 70, and it's a complete mix from the sort of micro businesses through SMEs to large corporates. And it has an international flavour to it as well. And I know from talking to Tara that it's growing on a weekly basis. You've probably seen the screens out there while you've been having your coffee, although actually maybe you haven't because you've been so deeply engaged in networking. But when you stay afterwards, have a look at the screens because we've created this little infographic which summarises all of our objectives, but also, I know you can't read it from here, so you're going to have to look at the screens, also summarises our achievements over the last year. What I'll do now is I'll sort of unwrap a few of those things for you. So, in our first 11 months, we know that we've engaged with some 106 businesses, and out of that, we have made 100 referrals to various Green Triangle partners. What I also think is really interesting is we've made 476, very precise number that, 476 business-to-business referrals. And isn't that what all of this is about? You know, I was just watching out there earlier during the coffee. The amount of sort of networking that was going on was fantastic. And I think this is one of the big things that comes from initiatives like this. It's connecting businesses together. And sometimes all we have to do is go, well, can we just make this introduction? And then something great flows from that. So we are supporting businesses from all sorts of sectors. So it isn't just about you having to be involved in green technologies in some way. We're also really interested in companies that could be doing almost anything, but who realise that they now want to go on that journey of being more sustainable. And some of the ways we do that, well, we've had this programme of breakfast events and networking events. They've all been very successful. We've had inspirational speakers, and we've certainly got one after me, who's going to come up, and I know Phil, who's going to come up here, I spent 5 minutes talking to you, Phil, beforehand, and wow, we've already agreed about 3 different things we're going to do afterwards, and I'm sure you can find that really interesting. We've sponsored awards, and interestingly, I hope we can take some credit for it. I note that the highest number of entrants and the highest quality of entrants has happened since we've been helping to sponsor those awards. And we got shortlisted ourselves as well, which was really good. Probably one of the most significant developments though during this last year has been the Hertfordshire Envirotech Enterprise Zone. So that the Green Triangle, getting together with St Albans District Council and Coreham Borough Council and the Local Enterprise Partnership, was successful in getting enterprise zone status for this part of Hertfordshire. And that involves a site of some 200 acres to the east of Hemel, plus it also involves the Rothamsted site and the BRE site. We're expecting that this will generate some 200 million into the region over the next 25 years to develop the sort of key infrastructure required to drive enterprise in the region. The thing that's really important about this is it's distinctive from so many other enterprise zones, which are rather sort of generic. This one is absolutely specific around envirotech. I think that is a first. And what we're trying to do is to make sure that all the developments that occur in this enterprise zone truly are sustainable. For BRE, we're planning to actually create a new open innovation hub. There's that word, open innovation, again. And for us, that's going to be focused all around healthy buildings and also connected homes and buildings. A good example in that latter area is the way we're bringing other Green Triangle partners into that, in that we do a lot of research with the University of Hertfordshire in that space, and we're hoping to be working with Oaklands College on the whole skills development side in that area as well. But using that to attract both large companies and then the startups and the micros and SMEs to come and all be part of this journey of open innovation to drive that agenda forwards. And I think that pretty much sums up what an enterprise zone is really about. It is about enterprise, about creating business, creating jobs. And certainly there is an ambitious expectation to create some 8,000 new jobs in this area as a result of the enterprise zone. So just before I finish, it's all very well to sort of talk in sort of quite grand ways about what we may have achieved, but I always like to give specific examples. And you may have noticed all the nice balloons outside when you came in, and we have a rather wonderful cake out there. They came from one organisation that we were all working with called JPA Furniture. Local business, great business, inspirational leadership, and a real sort of belief in wanting to do something very sustainable in the way they ran their business. And they'd be good enough to say that with the creation of the Green Triangle, it has helped them to raise their business to the next level through the sort of encouragement and guidance from Green Triangle partners. They have gone on to focus at this whole area of the sort of circular economy and repurposing old, tired, worn-out furniture. So diverting it from landfill, reusing it and recycling it. And they shared with me a little bit of information, which I will read, because at BRE we're all very much about evidence and facts, not making it up. So first of all, 0 to landfill. That is pretty impressive. We only managed 98% at BRE, so that is really excellent. They've saved more than twice their own carbon emissions through the work that they have done. They've diverted over 3,500 unwanted furniture items from going to landfill. They've rehomed over 1,200 unwanted furniture items, saved community organisations over £100,000. And en route, I know they've won a whole host of awards for what they've been doing. And that was an example of a company who just got that extra little bit of help from being part of the Green Triangle to take their business forward, to grow their business, but actually to make a real difference for the environment. And at the end of the day, yes, this is all about business, but actually all of the partners involved in the Green Triangle, we all have our own missions and grander objectives, which are all focused around sustainability and the environment. We're wanting to make a difference. So I do hope those of you who haven't joined the Green Triangle initiative yet will do so. See this as a great opportunity, because together we all can make a difference. Now I've got to put my pointer down. So just to leave you with a final slide, if you want to get involved, these are some of the ways of contacting us. Great website, you can find out a lot more about what we're doing on that. But before I finish, one last thing I must do is mention our absolutely inspirational business development manager, Tara Clark. I know a number of you in the audience will probably already know Tara very well. She's been the sort of day-to-day driving force behind everything we've done. And you know, if you want to engage with us, it'll be Tara that you see first, I am quite sure. So Tara, on behalf of all the Green Triangle members, a big thank you very much indeed. So that's enough from me. The really, well, we can do it at the end.